I think that you look back 4 years from now, I think hopefully people will judge that body of work and say, this is a big ocean liner. It's not a speedboat. It doesn't turn around immediately, but we're in a better place because of the decisions that we make.
So how big exactly is the boat? And how did the president do during his second primetime news conference?
Here to give us some insight is political analyst Tom Seraphin. How do you think he did last night?
I thought he did well. I mean, he did what he had to do, but the problem is he's got some of the best, most sophisticated media guys in the world, and they get together once a week, usually Wednesday or Thursday night, and led by Dave Axelrod. They're reading the polls, they're looking at focus groups, and things are falling from the ceiling sometimes.
Oh, my goodness.
That's exactly the problem.
Literally, that is... What was that? That's not good.
But those are the issues. Things are falling from the sky unexpectedly, like the AIG issue. So, and they lost ground on that. Andrew Cuomo from New York, the Attorney General, was more on top of the issue than the president and his team. And they're seeing the numbers, the polling numbers.
Well, I just want to read the headline here in the Tribune. It says Obama appears less at ease. He seemed very...
Pensive?
Yeah, compared to his performance on 60 Minutes and the Tonight Show, where he's laughing and seems more engaged. And here, he didn't seem that way.
Well, different audiences. Yesterday he was speaking to the elite, the Washington Post, the New York Times, the people that have money, the people that are in the markets, the people that are concerned. American Idol people weren't watching last night, but they may have watched Jay Leno. I mean, he's on Ed Schultz, the liberal talk show host in the morning on liberal radio. The reason he goes on that show is because it's got a large following in North Dakota, where Kent Conrad, the chairman of the Budget Committee, is from North Dakota. He's getting heat from his people, support the president. That Democrat is the only one out there.
Yeah, but I don't get it.
Right now.
I mean, that's... The popularity contest, to me, is over now. He's been elected president, right? So he should be in Washington dealing with these issues.
Yeah.
Correct?
Well, he's not winning on those issues right now. They're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars. The American public is so upset about the AIG issue, they misread that issue. They thought people were more concerned. Dave Axelrod said in one of the newspapers this morning, they're more concerned about their own pocketbook, their own jobs. Yeah, but they're misreading that issue.
Yeah, but the American people obviously are more concerned about the economy and whatnot. And you mentioned Jay Leno, that he was on.
Right. Good audience for him.
Yeah, but what people took out of that was the snafu he made about the Special Olympics. No one cared about. I mean,
well, I guess that's the big question.
That's what everybody focused on.
Were these good moves by him?
Those were good moves by him because he needed to keep percolating out there and keep selling himself. He's the best messenger they have. And right now there are more Democrats out there than there are Republicans that are moving with his message. Although if you take a look at the weekend polls, right now with independents, he's losing the independent vote from a approval-disapproval rating, which is extraordinary. For the first time since 2004, when you ask the congressional ballot vote, who would you vote for today, a Republican congressman or a Democrat? That number is tied, 42 and 42. It's been 4, 5, 6 years.
So there is a need to get out there and reach that base.
He needs to be doing what he's doing right now because the traction in the Congress is going to get only tougher. Listen, I went to Dan Lipinski, Congressman Dan Lipinski's town hall meeting on Saturday. Now, he's in the suburbs, Western Springs, LaGrange, upper middle class suburbs. These people were angry. They were interrupting the congressman. Now, that congressman voted against the bailout in November and voted president on this latest TARP. So he was really with them, a Democrat. And he was saying Barney Frank can't be trusted. Yet he was being screamed at by these people. People are angry, and this man last night was trying to, respond to that issue. He was being comfortable with Jay Leno and having fun with Jay Leno. He was okay with Steve Kroft, although I thought he was a little too glib.
What did you think about that?
Well, on 60 Minutes on Sunday night, he was trying to show an air of confidence, and yet don't worry about it, I'm in charge, etc., etc. But the critics are out there now, and it's not as easy as he thought it was going to be. He's learning on the job, and that's the problem. We knew he didn't understand what Washington was all about, but now it's going to take more than personality and more than focus groups to get him across the finish line. Listen, he needs this last budget. If he gets this last budget, he's taken care of for 3 or 4 or 5 years. Well, remember what Rahm Emanuel, his chief of staff, said. I said, you got to take advantage of a good recession. They're trying to take advantage right now, and they're at the trail end. They're just about ready to cross the finish line, and all of a sudden the AIG bonuses come in and slaps them up against the side of the head. So,
all right, a lot of work on his hands, that's for sure. Tom Seraphin, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Nice to see you all.